Okay, so today we are going to revise the life process second part, that is respiration. Okay, so can you tell me which gas you inhale during the process of respiration? Which gas you take inside the body?
Oxygen,
I mean,
ma'am.
we take all the
Oxygen.
gases in
O-
during breathing, but we selectively take only oxygen through the
Exactly,
alveoli.
exactly. So our nose is not that selective, so it takes all the whatever gases are present in the atmosphere, but from our lungs only oxygen is taken in by hemoglobin because hemoglobin is efficient of that. It takes only oxygen. So which gas you exhaled out?
Mostly carbon dioxide.
Mostly carbon dioxide. Okay, can you tell me what is the percentage of carbon dioxide in your exhale layer? In the exhale layer, the percentage of carbon dioxide is around 40%. Okay, can you tell me what is the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere?
0.03.
Yeah, 0.03%. Now here there is an experiment in your book. Experiment to prove that carbon dioxide is exhaled out during respiration. So what is the experiment? So here in the picture you can see there are two experimental setup, and both the experimental setup, in the test tube some liquid is taken, that is lime water, and the formula of lime water is calcium hydroxide. So this is freshly prepared lime water solution which is called calcium hydroxide in a test tube. Two test tube you have taken, and then blow air. So first it is the instruction for you, blow air, that we do actually in the lab. Blow air. So and then after some time I will tell you that the what is the color of the solution now. Then the solution changes to milky. Milky means it will become white. Okay, so when you blow your exhaled air into the solution, it turns milky. It means that the calcium hydroxide, which is the lime water combined with carbon dioxide to form calcium carbonate and water. Okay, now do the same experiment with the other water. I mean that the lime water is there. Now here is Pichkari. What is Pichkari? Pichkari is the instrument by which we take colored water during Holi festival and throw on our friend. So that is Pichkari. So Pichkari, if it is very big Pichkari you have, you can take syringe. Through syringe you blow air. So syringe is taking the atmospheric air. So the lime water is not changing milky. So it shows that the exhaled air has more carbon dioxide. About 40% of the exhaled air is carbon dioxide. Due to that, that lime water can turn milky. But in the atmospheric air, that the percentage of carbon dioxide is very less, that is 0.03%, and due to that it cannot turn the lime water milky. This experiment shows your exhaled air contain carbon dioxide. Correct? Now, respiration, when you were small, you used to think that they're just taking in of oxygen rich air and giving out of carbon dioxide rich air is the respiration. Now I'm going to tell you the reality. That is the half thing you have studied. Now we are in 10th class, so we will study little more. So the taking in of oxygen rich air and giving out of carbon dioxide, that mechanical process is called breathing. Okay, now what is the second step? Second step is something which is called cellular respiration. You know that oxygen which has gone to your lungs in the process of breathing, that will go to the cell through blood. And in the cell, there will be some kind of reaction, and that reaction is called cellular respiration. And by cellular respiration, you will get energy. So respiration is divided into two parts, breathing and cellular respiration. So look at this picture. Breathing is the process by which this boy is taking in oxygen rich air that is going to its lungs, and it is giving out carbon dioxide. But from its lungs, that the oxygen is going to the each and every cell of the body. Look here, in his hand there is a point. So there the oxygen has gone in the cell of his hand. That cellular respiration happened, and cellular respiration, it got energy for doing all life process. Breathing means intaking of oxygen rich air and giving out carbon dioxide rich air. And cellular respiration is the process of oxidation of food and to release energy in the cell to form ATP. Now let us see breathing versus cellular respiration. Okay, now what is the difference between breathing and cellular respiration? Breathing means intake of oxygen rich air and carbon dioxide. And cellular respiration means oxidation of food. Food, suppose chapati you have eaten or dosa you have eaten, that food will be broken down to carbon dioxide, water and energy. So cellular respiration is happening at the cellular level. Breathing is a physical process and cellular respiration is a biochemical process. In breathing, energy is not released or used. Okay, breathing, energy is not released or used. So breathing, so there is no energy. When you're inhaling air or exhaling air, there is no energy formation. But in cellular respiration, lot of energy, 38 molecules of energies are formed. Now breathing, there the cells are not required, just respiratory passage. Means from the nose it is coming to the lungs and from lungs it is going back through nose. So it is an extracellular process. But the cellular respiration is happening in the cell. So it is an intracellular process. Breathing enzymes are not required. But cellular respiration is a complicated reaction. So many enzymes are required for this cellular reaction. Now breathing, the things which is involved are called the respiratory system. Okay, but respiration, it happens in the cell, it happens in the cytoplasm, it happens in the mitochondria. So here it happens exactly in the cell of the body. So respiration is equal to breathing and cellular respiration. So what is the total formula of cellular respiration? Glucose combines with oxygen and broken down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So this is a formula of cellular respiration. Okay. Now what is the formula of cellular respiration? Can you repeat?
C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus 38 ATP.
Exactly. So you are very clever. 38 I did not mention, but you told it. That's a perfect equation. Now let us see that the broad steps of the respiration. Respiration, okay, respiration means there will be breathing plus cellular respiration. So first step of respiration is breathing, where the respiratory system is required in the nose. After that, larynx, pharynx, trachea, bronchus, bronchus, and at last it will reach to alveoli. So these are the part of respiratory system. And exchange of oxygen and carbon between lungs and the blood. So lungs are associated with the blood capillary. So between blood capillary and alveoli of lung, there will be the exchange of gases, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And another exchange will happen in the tissue level. So tissue level, the oxygen and carbon dioxide will be exchanged. Okay. Now, in this way, the cell will get the oxygen and inside the cell that the glucose molecule will break down to form. It's a very complicated reaction. Very complicated. Okay, very complicated. It will break down to form 6 molecule of H2O, 6 molecule of carbon dioxide. And it will generate 38 ATP molecule. So these are the steps of respiration, where the breathing, exchange of gases and cellular respiration takes place. Now types of respiration, actually you know that there are some organism, higher organism. We know that for the breaking down of food molecule we require oxygen, and that oxygen, this oxygen breaks down the glucose. This oxygen breaks down the glucose to form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So this happens in the higher organism like us. But in some smaller organism like some fungus, some yeast, okay, so they perform some small kind of respiration. So their in their body, glucose is broken down to another molecule, not carbon dioxide and water. They are broken into C2H5OH. What is this? Anybody can guess?
Or ethanol.
It is ethyl alcohol. It is ethanol. It's the IUPAC name. And carbon dioxide and little energy. So let's see. So here in yeast, the respiration is something different, which is forming ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide, and ATP. So in yeast, we are going to tell this equation, this respiration, a new name, which is called alcoholic fermentation. And sometimes anaerobic respiration happens in our body also. Though we are higher animal, we do aerobic kind of respiration, but sometimes we also do anaerobic respiration. So what is that occasion? Sometimes we run a lot, like for your athletic practice, sports day are coming, you are doing a lot of athletic practice. So you ran very fast, very vigorously, and then you felt that your calf muscles are paining and severely paining. You know what is that? Lactic acid formation has happened, and you know when you're running, your muscle wants lot of energy, but already you are taking enough oxygen through your breathing process. You have taken enough. So what to do now? So your cell require lot of lactic acid, lot of energy. For that it will do anaerobic respiration, and jaldi quickly it will form the lactic acid. Okay, so anaerobic respiration, it happens in the human beings muscles also. So respiration are two types, aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic happens in higher animal, higher organism. Anaerobic happens in the lower organism. Anaerobic respiration can be two types depending upon the product. It can be alcoholic fermentation or lactic acid fermentation or lactic acid formation. Now come to aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, as I told you, it happens in the higher animal, higher organism. And the organism which perform aerobic respiration are called aerobes. So are you aerobes or anaerobes?
Aerobes.
Yes, so we are doing taking the oxygen, and we are doing the complete form of respiration. So we are doing aerobic respiration. So how can you define? The kind of respiration which takes place in the presence of oxygen, where complete oxidation of food takes place to produce energy. So that is called aerobic respiration. Now, what is the equation of aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration, this equation is very simple, which we have studied in the previous slide and previous slide also. Glucose molecule plus oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide, water, and 38 ATP energy. Now, can you tell me where the aerobic respiration takes place in your body? Where exactly it takes place?
In the mitochondria of the cell.
Yeah, you know, aerobic respiration takes place in our every cell. I just wanted to misguide you as to which exact part. Every cell is doing the aerobic respiration. And you know, aerobic respiration in the cell where it is exactly happening, half part is happening in cytoplasm. 50%, another 50% is happening in mitochondria. So cellular respiration is happening in two parts, cytoplasm and mitochondria. Now, aerobes, generally they are higher animals. So we are aerobes, we are very higher. So that's why, because here, you know, lot of energy requirement is there for the higher animal. That's why they perform aerobic respiration. So the part of aerobic respiration which happens in cytoplasm is called glycolysis, where the glucose is converted to pyruvic acid. And the part of aerobic respiration which happens in mitochondria, that is called Krebs cycle. Now, who is Krebs? Krebs is the name of a scientist. and it happens in mitochondria. So you can see there is mitochondria picture. So there Krebs cycle takes place. Now aerobic respiration, let us talk about little detail about our respiration. First part of the aerobic respiration is called glycolysis, and glycolysis happens in cytoplasm. So one molecule of glucose is broken down, 2 molecules of pyruvate and 2 molecules of ATP is generated. Now actually the glucose here, 6 atoms of carbon are present. 6 atom. Okay, 6 atom of carbon is present. So it is broken down to form 3 molecule of carbon atom, and that molecule's name is pyruvate. First metabolic pathway respiration, where one glucose molecule is converted to 2 molecules of pyruvate in the absence of oxygen, and here little amount of energy is generated, that is called 2 ATP. Okay, so this glycolysis processes happen in cytoplasm, and this is the first pathway. After that, the now pyruvate will enter into mitochondria. Mitochondria, you know, mitochondria is there in every cell, and that is called energy, the powerhouse of the cell, because it is doing cellular respiration and producing a lot of energy. So Krebs cycle is the second metabolic pathway of aerobic respiration, where 2 molecules of pyruvate are oxidized in mitochondria to form 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water and 38 ATP. Okay, so this is happening in mitochondria. Okay, so this is a process where the 2 pyruvate molecule is combining. The pyruvate, here is the pyruvate. That pyruvate will combine with oxygen in the presence of oxygen. So here already oxygen is written. So it forms carbon dioxide, water, and 36 ATP. So there are. So what are the 2 pathways of aerobic respiration?
Glycolysis and Krebs cycle.
Where the glycolysis takes place?
Cytoplasm.
Where the second metabolic pathway takes place?
The mitochondria of a cell.
Okay. Now, let us come to the second kind of respiration which takes place in the lower animal, lower organism. So there are only few organisms which are performing an aerobic respiration, and very important organism is yeast. Okay. So in the body of yeast, food is incompletely oxidized to form ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide, or lactic acid. Now look here, this is the, you know what is it? This is glycolysis. This is glycolysis. You know, glycolysis is same in higher organism as well as lower organism. It means it is same in the aerobes and anaerobes. So it is glycolysis where the glucose molecule is broken down to 2 pyruvate and 2 molecules of ATP is generated. Now the second step will start, and the second step is called fermentation. Okay, fermentation, because the alcohol is formed, so it can be called alcoholic fermentation. So here, this pyruvate is not going to mitochondria. In the cytoplasm itself, it is breaking down to form alcohol 2 molecule and 2 molecule of carbon dioxide. So this is the anaerobic respiration. This is also called alcoholic fermentation. So it has the organisms which are doing anaerobic respiration, they are called anaerobes. And generally these anaerobes are lower organism. Now this is the equation of fermentation. Fermentation, how can we define fermentation? Fermentation is the second metabolic pathway of anaerobic respiration, and it takes place in yeast. So here 2 molecule of pyruvate is broken down to form 2 molecule of alcohol, 2 carbon dioxide, and 2 molecules of ATP in cytoplasm. Now we are talking a lot. Yes, tell me. Any doubt?
So yeast cells are eukaryotic cells, right?
Yes, yeast are eukaryotic fungi.
Ma'am, so technically they will be having mitochondria. So why doesn't...
They will be having mitochondria, but you know, they are found in such kind of atmosphere that they are adapted for doing the anaerobic respiration.
Ma'am, so do they
And
use their
listen, that yeast cell, when they are doing the anaerobic respiration, I don't think they have mitochondria, or they will be having very less mitochondria.
Oh,
Okay, which is negligible. So that's why this adaptation is there.
okay, ma'am.
Adaptation, whatever happens in the body of organism, this happens because of the requirement. Because of the requirement, they adjust to that kind of situation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ATP, full form, adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. This is a very complicated picture where one adenine, one ribose sugar, and 3 phosphate molecules are there. And in between phosphate molecule, you will see this kind of symbol. This is this bond. This bond means powerful energy bond. If this bond will break, it will generate lot of energy. And that energy you can utilize for during your all life processes. So throughout the day, you are doing so many life processes. So in every life processes, this ATP is used. So this is called the fuel of life process, fuel of cellular activity. So whatever you are doing, you're jumping, running, eating, even during the sleeping also, you require some energy. That energy is provided by ATP molecules. So how it is provided? The bond between the phosphate molecule breaks, that liberates energy. So in the process of respiration, energy is formed in the form of ATP, and during the life process, this ATP is broken down to adenosine diphosphate and adenosine monophosphate. Now this picture is very, very important. This picture I have taken from your book, and in the exam, this question comes for 3 marks. Question is, show the breakdown of glucose by 3 pathways with the help of flow chart. And this is the flow chart where the glucose molecule is converting to 2 molecules of pyruvate. And can you tell me what is the name of this process?
Glycolysis.
Yes, exactly. This process is glycolysis, and here 2 pyruvate molecules is forming. And 2 pyruvate means this is a compound. This is a molecule where 3 carbon atoms are present, and little energy, 2 ATP. And then, you know, different organisms, so this pyruvate reacts in different way. Like in yeast, yeast is not taking oxygen, so in yeast body it is forming 2 molecules of ethanol, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and energy. Okay, and lack of oxygen in our muscle cell. I told you in muscle cells also, when you are running, doing vigorous exercise, lactic acid formation takes place. So that is a product of anaerobic respiration. There little energy is released. Now here in our body, in mitochondria also, in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, and energy is released. So this is actually, this one is the aerobic respiration. Okay, this one is the aerobic respiration, and another 2 is the kind of anaerobic respiration. This is the anaerobic respiration in yeast. This is the anaerobic respiration in muscle cells. Okay, I'm going to ask you certain question. Answer quickly. The breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water, and energy takes place in?
Mitochondria.
Correct. Which process?
Krebs cycle.
Krebs cycle.
Cellular.
Exactly. Absolutely correct. Come to second question. How many molecules of ATP are produced by the complete oxidation of 1 glucose?
2 plus 36. 38.
2 plus 36 is equal to?
Yeah, 38.
Exactly. Your maths is very strong. Where does glycolysis occur in the cell?
Cytoplasm.
Exactly. In the glycolysis happens in cytoplasm, Write the chemical equation of anaerobic respiration in yeast. First, you tell me how the glycolysis happens. First step.
Glucose,
Glucose.
a 6-carbon molecule breaks into 2 pyruvate, or glucose C6H12O6 breaks down into 2 pyruvate plus energy, and
then the
again,
second step start, and
yeah,
second step is called alcoholic
yeah,
fermentation. Okay,
fermentation.
alcoholic fermentation. What happens in that 2 pyruvate?
It breaks down. I mean, yeah, forms 3 ethanol with 3 into C2H5OH.
Okay. So let us see now.
Okay.
So when he was saying now we are
Oh,
not able to imagine. So this is
I'm
the
done.
thing we need to write. Write the chemical equation anaerobic respiration in A. So first this is the equation of glycolysis. Now we have to practice it by writing. So this is glucose molecule. It is broken into 2 pyruvate. 2 pyruvate means that this is 3 carbon molecule. This happens in the absence of oxygen in cytoplasm. Here, 2 pyruvate molecule is broken down. This is called alcoholic fermentation. Alcoholic fermentation or just fermentation. So here 2 pyruvate molecule is broken down to 2 alcohol, 2 carbon dioxide and just 2 ATP. Okay, now which pathway is common in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Which metabolic pathway is common?
Glycolysis.
Glycolysis, exactly. Glycolysis is common in yeast and you, both. So, glycolysis is the common pathway. Name an energy-rich compound in living organism formed during respiration.
Adenosine triphosphate.
Exactly. ATP, full form, adenosine triphosphate. So that is the molecule which we require, for doing all kind of life process. Which organelle of the cell is called powerhouse of the cell?
Mitochondria.
Yeah, mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell because that is the place where aerobic respiration takes place to release energy. In which kind of respiration more energy is released?
Aerobic
Exactly,
respiration.
aerobic. We are aerobes and we release 38 ATP of energy. What are the products of anaerobic respiration in yeast?
Ethanol, carbon dioxide, and
Exactly,
energy.
and human being in the muscle cell?
Lactic acid.
Lactic acid and little
And
ATP. So in fermentation, ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide and ATP, and muscle cell, lactic acid and ATP.
Ma'am, you told little ATP. Ma'am, what do you mean by that?
Little ATP means 2 ATP. Little ATP means in the anaerobic respiration, if I compare with our ATP, we are generating 1 glucose molecule. We are generating 38. And what they are producing, just 2 ATP. So that's why I told little ATP. Okay. So
Yes.
we are taking from the same material, we are producing more energy. But the smaller organism, anaerobic respiration they are doing and they are forming just 2 ATP. So we are more efficient. What is the site of respiration in cells? So first step of cellular respiration happens where?
first in cytoplasm, and
Exactly, and that is called glycolysis. Second step?
is in mitochondria and is called Krebs cycle.
Exactly. So first step happens in cytoplasm and the process is called glycolysis. Second step in mitochondria and that is called glycolysis. That is a Krebs cycle. Now question number 9. Statement 1. Glucose breakdown into 3 carbon compound in the cytoplasm of the cell. Statement 2. A pyruvate molecule breakdown into 3 molecules of carbon dioxide in mitochondria of the cell. Now my question starts. Okay, so statement 1 and statement 2 both are incorrect. First you tell me this statement is correct or not. Statement 1.
Yeah,
Glucose breakdown into 3 carbon compound in the cytoplasm. It is true or false?
true.
So I am writing here correct. Statement 2. Pyruvate molecule breaks down to 3 molecules of carbon dioxide in mitochondria of cell.
True.
You just think about aerobic respiration and then you answer pyruvate molecule breaks down into
Yeah,
3
ma'am.
carbon.
It breaks down into carbon dioxide along with water, but not all the time. Like sometimes, in the absence of oxygen, it'll break down into alcohol.
See what is written here. Here it is mitochondria. In the mitochondria, whatever will happen, it will happen in the presence of oxygen.
Oh yeah.
Pyruvate molecule breaks down into 3 molecules of carbon dioxide. How many molecules of carbon dioxide is formed from one pyruvate?
Oh, 3, right?
3 from one pyruvate 3. So 2 pyruvate 6. So
Yeah.
I think both the statements are correct. So both the statements are correct. Okay, so this is the end of respiration part 1. Now I want you all to do one thing. Just a minute. Okay, can you see this picture? Can you all see this picture, what I'm sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so right now you draw this picture and I will give you 3 marks immediately for your board in your board exam. Okay, you draw it now. So it is 11:45, so it's time to go. So this is your homework. All right, so I need to see it in the next class. Thank you, dear.
Ma'am, what should we draw, ma'am? Oh, ma'am,
This
this already
diagram.
is in a notebook, right, ma'am?
No, it is there in the notebook, but the notebook, have you practiced it?
Yeah, ma'am, if we practice, we'll get it.
For practicing, it is there in the, even it is there in your book, but it comes in the exam. So in the exam, when it will come, you cannot write it is there in the page number 32. No, you will get 0. You have to draw, then only you will get the mark. And this is the short question. It will come in some exam. Okay, so
Ma'am,
thank you.
ma'am,
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
What's the formula of pyruvate? Is it?
Pyruvate formula is hidden because even in the higher classes also we don't discuss because it is too difficult to learn.
Oh, okay, ma'am.